So what's up, everyone? It is your girl, JL Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into new makeup releases. But before we do, you need to make sure you look into my Instagram. It's JL Beauty 87, of course. I put a lot of fun content on down here. So as you can see, there's lots of fun pictures. There's exclusive content that usually goes on here before it goes on YouTube, because sometimes I don't have the time to be editing and doing all that stuff for shorts and whatnot. And it's easy to do it on my phone. So it goes here on YouTube. Like for example, that picture over there with the spooked palette, I didn't show that on Insta. I didn't show that on my YouTube channel. I have other exclusive content on here. Like for example, I show you some of my latest and favorite perfumes that I've been wearing recently. I've showed you some of these in the past, but I've been using some of these recently as well. Of course, y'all know we gotta have Fenty Honey. And then I got my Skylar. I need to get the Boardwalk one that they recently came out with. And then, of course, my Kylie. Y'all know I live for a Kylie scent. And then I've been using Skin nonstop like crazy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this new makeup releases. Girl, y'all know that's why we at my Instagram, but make sure you check it out. Now we're going to go to my save folder, honey, and we're going to get into the business. So I saved a whole bunch of stuff. Some of it's old, some of it's new. You know, I just saved a whole bunch of stuff, and we get into it now. So there you go. So we're going to start off with this Barbie perfume. So some of the notes were interesting to me. I started off with some nice notes that I was interested in, like the cherry and the strawberry nectar and the dragon fruit. But then it went into the florally scents, and then it had like the soft musk and the whipped cream at the end. So this is one I have to smell in store. It was on pre-order, but it should be out now because it's supposed to come out in August. You can check it out at Macy's or on Amazon. It's one I have to smell in store. I can't just blind buy this because of the price point of it, because y'all know it's got Barbie attached to it, so it's going to be expensive as hell, and I just can't be bothered. So I'm like, if I smell it in the store and like it, then I'll buy it, but it's not one that I'm just going to blind buy. I can't just be blind buying everything, and that's not one for me. So next we have the Renaissance one. If you're interested in hearing the scent of how this smells, make sure you check out Too Much Mouse video. She did a video on it literally today while I'm filming my new makeup releases, because hers came in the mail. I guess she said she pre-ordered it. So I don't necessarily like the scents in this one either. Like everybody likes to have these florally scents. I think this one has like honey and patchouli and some other stuff. Like I do like patchouli and some of the other scents, but I wasn't necessarily crazy about like the honey and all that. So I'm kind of just like I didn't buy it. Again, this is one I have to smell. I can't just be blind buying it, especially for the price point she's charging. Like I'm not blind buying this. It's too high for me to be blind buying it. But if you're interested in it, there you go. Next, we're gonna get into the Chantecaille. So they came out with these new what do you call them? This new collection for fall, and it's about the wild mustangs. So they have 4 eyeshadows and I think a couple of lip balms or lip creams. And as you can see, the eyeshadows are $56 a piece. I prefer when they do the quads, even though you don't get that much product. I feel like at least I get a good variety of colors. Sorry, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Excuse me. But these aren't really my type of eyeshadows. But I feel like y'all already know that I don't really vibe with the eyeshadows from Chantecaille, just because I feel like they're a little too soft. And then the lip colors aren't doing it for me either. So it's like, it's just meh. Honey, it's just meh. It's not giving. I'm not living. It's just meh. But, you know, I'm showing y'all the colors here now just so you can see what it looks like. And, you know, if you're interested in it, then I'm glad for you. But it's like, it's just a little too neutral for me, and then it's too soft on the eyes, and I need more. I need more that it can't give. It's fine that it can't give it, but because it can't give it, it can't stay here with me. I need more. So there's that. But the collection looks nice as a whole. I always love their packaging. I just don't love the formula of the product. It's a little too soft. Now here we are with Miss Charlotte Tilbury. Now I heard these are just a re-promote, and I noticed she's been doing that a lot, but I heard because her brand wasn't as popular a few years back when she was coming out with all these products, she's relaunching stuff. So I guess the people that bought it from her are just like, we're gonna relaunch this stuff, and you won't, since you liked it the first time, and since she's more popular, we're gonna push it out, and while we come up with ideas for new stuff to come out with. Because I'm feeling like that's partly what it is. They have to come up with new ideas and whatnot. But here are the 3 colors that originally were out. The only one I feel like would work best for my skin tone is the first one, and I'm not necessarily crazy about it or the price of this stuff, because if I remember correctly, these are like $35, $39, and I'm like, there are other balms that are more affordable. So I'm personally not feeling it, but it's one of them to each his own type things. If you like it, I love it for you. It's just, y'all know this ain't my thing. I don't want to know. So I don't plan on buying these. I didn't buy these, and they can say what they are, and I can say why I'm gonna be blessed. Everybody can be blessed. Okay, so y'all know I bought these Patrick Ta lipsticks, right? So I have all the original ones he came out with, all 5 of them, if I remember correctly. The newest one starts from the shade Shy down, so he just basically added a whole bunch of news to his collection because he only had one, and I think it's called Oh She's Single because I own all 5 of the new ones he has. So all the new shades he came out with are similar to the shades are similar to the names of the blushes he came out with. So y'all see there's blushing, original blush he came out with. Then there's flushed. We know that was a new one that came out, I think, later in the year. I don't think complicated is a new one, but a couple of them are named after blushes, so I think they match the shades of the blushes because they look good on the lips as well. I got the shade Shy in the bullet, and I wanted the shade blushing in the lip. I wanted blushing or flushing in the liquid. I believe it's blushing, but they are sold out, that shade, and I can't pick it up in store right now, so I just had to, like, wait till he comes out with it in the website again, because I don't want to buy it from his website. I'd rather buy it from Sephora. That's because I don't like the color. I changed my mind. I want to be able to get it back. And there are the 3 blushes that we know I already did a review on. I'll try to remember to link my reviews above of the blushes when I did the swatches, and then when I did the actual video wearing them. But yeah, I really love his lipstick formula in the bullet. It's just, it's kind of expensive. So it's $36 for the wait, no, it's $32 for the bullets, and I think $36 for the liquid lipsticks, if I remember correctly. And that was a little high for me, so that's why I was kind of just like, I like them, but I don't want to pay that price. So yeah. Anyway, on to the next thing. Y'all know I don't really care about this. It says $36 on here, but I swore when I went to Sephora, it said that this powder was $49. Anyway, they have a couple other shades now. I still have the translucent one from when I still bought from the brand. I like the deep shade. I'm interested in seeing how it look on some of my skin tone, but I'm not going to buy it to find out, girl. They can keep it. There was actually Catrice had a dupe for this, and Andrea Montanello and myself talked about it. That was under $10, but unfortunately they discontinued because it was literally exactly like their translucent powder, and it was under $10. So I just used that up as opposed to using the Hourglass one because I was like, it's more affordable and it'll be easier access for you all. But they got rid of it. But either way, I'm not buying it. So I'm gonna have to find somebody's video on it and see how the powder works out. Especially for $49, because I feel like that's half a powder. I know it says $36 on here, but I swore when I went to Sephora, it said that powder was $49. So maybe that's just a typo error. Maybe they changed the price on us. I don't know. Anyway, these Makeup Forever blushes, I'm definitely interested in them. However, I'm kind of just like, I already have blushes from Makeup Forever, and I already have a whole bunch of blushes. That one at the top looks really nice, and the Barbie-ish pink one looks like it'll work better on my skin tone than some of the other Barbie pink shades that people have come out with. So I appreciate they have pinks that work for everyone, but they're a makeup artist brand, so they know that makeup artists need to work on everyone's skin tone, not just a certain demographic. So I like these. I have some of my older ones, and if they're the same formula, then I would recommend them, but I can't necessarily say I recommend these now because I hear they reformulate a lot. I'm more excited about these highlighters. I've never tried a Makeup Forever highlighter, so during my birthday I'll probably buy one of the highlighters just to try out the formula and see how it goes. But I'm not going to buy any of the blushes right now, or probably at all, just because, I already have plenty of blush. I'm definitely going to buy one of the highlighters because they're $32 and I'm here for it. So I'm like, yes, Makeup Forever, give me the highlighter. I will take it, but you can hold the blush for now. Thank you. I know Angie or Angelica Nikovich bought some and she did a review on them, so if you're interested in seeing them, then maybe you can try her. Next, there is this, what is it, MAC Studio Radiant Serum. One of you all tagged me in this to tell me about it. I'm like, I don't really like products like this, the serum-y like type things, and I've never really tried a MAC foundation, believe it or not, so I'm kind of just like, I'm not intrigued to try it at all. I think I wear NW45 in MAC. I don't know. I've never actually bought the liquid foundation. I always just buy like the foundation powders or like the setting powder. So I don't know anything when it comes to their liquid products. I've never tried their concealer. I've never tried like anything that was not a powder from them. So I have no idea what I actually, I have no idea what I actually need. But I showed you all the colors just in case you were interested to see what you would possibly wear. It's only in Europe right now though, so it's not here in America. Here are some of the other shades that they have. I'm just not intrigued by this product because I don't really rock with makeup, so I work with MAC like that when it comes to complexion. I like their lip products. Like when I was in high school, I used to always buy that thick ass clear lip gloss. Their powders are nice, but I don't know. I just don't really gravitate to them when it comes to makeup anymore. I feel like their time was when I was in high school, and I'm not in high school anymore, and I haven't been in high school since 2005. So I'm kind of just like, I don't really want to be bothered with this. But, you know, I know they're just keeping up with the trends and the natural clean girl, like your skin is better. So it's popular right now. So I ain't mad at them for it. It's just, I don't plan on buying it. And they don't really have a price up right now. So we'll have to see when it comes out. Okay, so what's the next thing I have? Oh, the next thing I have is this Rim Beauty foundation. So she's supposed to be coming out with a foundation with 60 shades. So I'm like, I guess she was like, we're going to top Rihanna with these 60 shades and have 10 more. Hers is retailing for $35 and it's supposed to have skincare ingredients in it, which I'm actually excited about. Now, I didn't like this concealer that much from what I remember. I was expecting it to be more like the soft matte concealer in the pot from NARS, and it was not giving that at all. But, you know, it looks cute. I'd be willing to try it out, especially since I feel like it's somewhat reasonable and she has a decent shade range, which I always notice she tries to come out with a decent shade range. I think the concealers had like, didn't have like 40 or 50 shades in it because she hadn't had any complexion things yet, and I guess she wanted to make sure she didn't get screwed with the complexion. It said it's clinically proven skincare color hybrid hydrate skin. Okay, so next we have this palette. Like, I feel like they just dug in the crate, found the chocolate gold palette from Too Faced and was like, we not gonna add the green and nobody gonna notice. It's one of them, I'm gonna copy your homework, just I'm gonna make sure I change some stuff around. And literally, I feel like the only thing they changed was the green in here, because I know good and well everybody has noticed this, because I heard other people talking about the same thing. Like, I think in Angie's video she talked about how they tried to do the chocolate bar palette or the chocolate gold palette. I know I've heard a few people say, no, I'm sorry, that was Andrea Montanalo when I was watching her video yesterday. She was talking about how they do the chocolate gold. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Because I'm like, I knew I recognized the color story. And what threw me off is the green wasn't there. But, you know, the green is what made that palette fun to me, because you could pair the green with the purple and have a nice little moment and then have a nice little smoky eye or whatever. But, you know, God forbid Urban K does something fun. So it had to be this neutral, whatever this thing is here. I'm not impressed. I'm not excited. It's not in America yet. I think they said it already it's been released in Europe, and that's how we got these pictures. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to know. I'm not really impressed with their formula. So there you go. If you want it, there you go. Next, we have these NARS Power Matte Lip Crayons. I feel like it's high for the price point. I think they're like $34. I prefer like the liquid lip pigments that they had. I liked that formula the best. I haven't tried the matte powder lipsticks, like the classic bullet-esque type lipsticks they have, and I don't really like lip crayons, so I don't see myself liking this. However, I do remember liking the shade American Woman when it came to the lip pigments that they had. The shade Take Home looks nice as well, especially on the actual dark skin model at the top. I feel like Take Me Home looks really nice. American Woman looks okay, but if I had to pick one of these colors, I'd pick Take Me Home. But y'all know I just like a peachy nude shade. I like the Power Matte Lip Pigments, though. If I had to pick one, they're really watery and nice and give a decent amount of color. So that's the only NARS lip product I've tried, though. I haven't tried the Audacious lipsticks like other people have to be able to compare them to the e.l.f. ones. That's why I didn't try to compare them to the e.l.f. ones, because I was like, I have no comparison. I have not tried them. But, you know, if I had to pick one, I just picked the liquid one, because that's the only one I honestly know about. But I'm not a lip crayon person, so for that reason alone, I don't plan on buying this. Aside from the fact, like I said, I feel like $34 is high. So on to Mr. Mega by Mario. Now, a whole bunch of people have been complaining about the shade range of this, just like they did with the foundation. My whole thing is he probably had this in production and the foundation just finished first, so he put out the foundation first. So it's like you have to keep in mind, like, even if we did want him to make more shades and do more with the shades, he couldn't necessarily change it because it was already in production. So that's, I'm trying to give a pass with this, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, we already complained about shade range, and then you came back and didn't give us a shade range again. It's supposed to visibly lift, blur, and help your under eyes, and have caffeine in it to soothe. And it's supposed to be self-setting and brightening. So I'm like, okay, we'll see how this goes, Mr. Mario. If I remember correctly, I bought the shades 420 and 380. And I'm actually going to pick up this concealer in the morning in the shade 380. I bought the shade 420 online, and I was like, I want to get 382, but I wanted to see if it was going to come in store, because they have this habit of like launching it early on the app, and then like a day or two later I can go pick it up in store. So I was like, I'm gonna just wait instead of buying both the shades. So if I need to return a shade, I can just return, you know, one. But yeah, I got the shade 420 down there and the shade 380 above it. So we'll see how that goes, because they're looking awfully light on the models. But y'all know I like a bright under eye, so it's not that big a deal to me. But you know, you might not necessarily like the colors I chose. So I'm gonna swatch a few more in store, because the shade 440 is the one he used on the model. But as you can see, there's only like 7 shades here. And I noticed when it came to the lighter ones, there were more shades. Like this one for the medium dark is 7 shades as well. But when you get toward the front with the lighter shades, I feel like there's more shades. I think it's literally just 1 more shade if I remember. Or was it like 2 per set? No, I think this is the last slide. So as you can see, there's 8 with the lighter ones, and then there's 7 with each one of the darker ones, which makes it 21. But I'm just kind of like, why do we keep doing with the shades, sir? Why? Like, even the bronzers he came out with aren't deep enough. I don't know. But y'all know I had to have this Fenty. We already reviewed this Fenty, but I figured I'd show it since I'm here, you're here, everyone's here. My thoughts are still the same on it. Like, I feel like it feels the same as the liquid. So if you just wanted to stick because it's more convenient for you, it's easy to put on and blend it out and go, because you might not like to necessarily have to use a liquid when you're in a rush. I know I don't. Like, when I'm in a rush, a lot of times I'm putting on a foundation stick and going. And if you all remember, this is $35 just like the liquid. So I feel like you should just go ahead and buy the liquid, because you only get 0.32 ounces in here. With the liquid, you get 1.08 ounces, and you're still paying the same price. So I was like, I want more for my money. So paying $35 for 32 ounces when I could buy the Thread Beauty foundation stick, it's going to give more coverage, and it's only like, I think $10, and you get 0.34 ounces. I feel like that would be a better deal if you want to stick foundation and just lightly put it on. Don't like apply a heavy amount in order to get the coverage that you want. But it works nicely. I usually wear the shade 420, and as you can see, I picked the perfect shade for me, the shade number 20. It goes from 10 to 430. I like the fact that this is a truly recyclable product as well, because it makes it easy to recycle and you don't have to take a whole bunch of components and loose to fix it. But I would just say get the liquid if you don't mind squirting it out. But if you're lazy and want to be able to swipe it on quick, then I guess I see the purpose of it. Otherwise, I don't. So let's get into this After Dark. Sorry, what is it? After Dark? After Hours from Sol de Janeiro. It sounds nice. It has blackcurrant and jasmine in it and amberwood. So I'm kind of interested in it because I feel like it'd be a good scent to like go to bed in for the nighttime. Or maybe it could be like a good date night scent that you can layer with something else, because since it's a body spray and not necessarily a perfume, I don't feel like it's going to last as long. I'm not going to go out of my way to get it. If it's in store and I can smell it when I go pick up this concealer tomorrow, then I might be interested in pick it up. But it's not something I'm going to go on my way for. The one I really wanted was the purple one they came out with in the first collection, and it sold out so quick till I didn't get it. So I stopped worrying about their fragrances then, because it's like, if you're not quick on the draw, you're not going to get it. And, you know, since I have so many perfumes, it wasn't like a true necessity for me, especially since people say it didn't last as long as I wanted it to for the hype it was getting. So the 3 ounce is 24 and the 8 ounce is 38. I will try to smell it in store and see if they have it in the store I go to, and if they do, then I might get it. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for me. I'm not too concerned with this. Okay, now onto these Juvia's Place bronzers. Again, y'all know I already got this. I reviewed this when I reviewed the Fenty powder and the LYS setting spray. So if you're interested in seeing any of those, like I said, I'm going to try to remember to link it in the cards above. I tried 3 black-owned brands that had launched at the same time, and I was so happy about it. And here's another chance for you to get some exclusive content by following GelBeauty87 on Instagram. I have swatched this bronzer alongside 2 other well-known ones, like the Laguna bronzer in the shade 4 I told you all about in the video I'm talking about. And then I swatched it against ABH's cream bronze in shade Chestnut. Plus, with the swatches, you can see the shimmer that I was talking about in that video, because these are supposed to be luminous bronzers, so they actually have shimmer in them. And with the swatch, you can see like the gold particles in it. And then that'll give you an idea of how it looks in natural sunlight on some of my skin tone. So just encouraging you to follow me on Instagram, because you'll get that additional information. I don't even know if I'm posting on my YouTube channel. Now on to this from Tom Ford. I'm actually interested in just about everything in this picture, because the fragrance sounds interesting, and I don't usually like floral scented fragrances. I think this is supposed to be their like fall collection. It's already available in Europe, but you can't get it here in America yet. So there's this fragrance called Cafe Rose. I like the notes that they described in it. I'm gonna have to scroll down in a few seconds for you to see them, because I'm voiceover in this recording. So give me a minute, because it took me a minute to do. I talked about the eyeshadow quads, and I talked about the illuminating eye product. Oh no, I probably didn't put it down low enough to where I could read what it says. But it had I think it had patchouli, and then it had like coffee in it, and it sounded really interesting. So I just know I'm not going to buy it because it's going to be too high. But these quads, honey, these quads, they're giving I'm living, I need it. Yes, look at the quad. Y'all know this is my type of color story. Both the quads are my type of color story. Actually, this blue-green moment. Now, the thing is, the swatches look gorgeous. But once they, like, actually showed it on the model's eye, I was just kind of like, it just turned me off with the quickness. And y'all know these are high too, so it's like this would be like, it's my birthday, I'm gonna just throw it in the bag because it's my birthday and I'm not going on vacation. Because when I go on vacation for my birthday, I don't, you know, like buy expensive stuff like this. But since I haven't been on vacation in a few years, I've just been buying a whole bunch of expensive makeup. But see what I'm saying about how it looks on the model and how it's not giving and I'm not living? Because it's definitely not giving and I am not living. So I'm just like, like just like that, it turned me off. Because like, it just looks so dull on the eyes, but it looks so impactful in there. It's like, and I feel like even if I spray it, it's not going to give what I need. To me, this is like a luxury Barbie moment. So if like, if you want to be a luxurious bougie girl with your Tom Ford quad and have a Barbie moment the way the other girls are, but you got to do it in a luxurious manner, this would be the quad for you. Because I feel like that pink all over the lid and then like that pink shimmery shade in the inner corner with the purple on the outer view and give a nice purple smoky eye. And these color correctors look interesting in tone to me. I was thinking about getting the darkest one and actually trying that out too because I'm interested in it. I know I really like his concealer and I usually like his complexion products. So I figured this would be a good thing for me to grab. So I'll probably go ahead and grab it on my birthday if it's at Sephora during the Sephora sale. Because y'all know when the Sephora sale comes, I act like, you know, I'm just rich and buy a whole bunch of stuff that I don't need. So, you know, yeah, we gon' probably pick it up. I'm not gonna front if it's at Sephora. Now, if it's not at Sephora, I'm gonna have to wait till it's like 15% off at Nordstrom's Rack, or I'm sorry, not Nordstrom's Rack, Nordstrom's or Neiman Marcus or Bloomingdale's or somebody, and then I'll buy it. It's like Tom Ford is one thing I just try not to ever buy at regular price because I feel like it's just too high. He does have nice stuff, but for the price point, I just don't be feeling like it's worth it a lot of the time. I hate to say it, but you know, sorry, not sorry. I just don't feel like it's worth it. So there you go. At first, I thought those were lipsticks, as funny as it is. Okay, so on to this Glossier Stretch Fluid Foundation. I actually have a sample of this coming in with my Tower 28 concealer and my Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. Because y'all know I ordered it. You haven't seen it in this video yet, but I ordered it. So I'm thinking about using that foundation in the video with the Tower 28 concealer just so we can try out some newer products. You can comment down below in this video and tell me if you want me to try it out or not, because I can just try it out on my own and y'all never see it. But I figure some people might be interested in it because it's supposed to be like skincare, moisturizing gel cream type with squalene and glycolic acid, I believe it said. And it's supposed to have a lot of skincare loving ingredients in it because I heard they're known for that. And what they did was they expanded the shade range of the concealers to match the 32 foundation, so that way you can have a, like, you know, kind of like your skin but better vibe for people who don't like to have a highlighted under eye and might have bought their highlighter shade but don't have like one that they can just use to match their skin for the foundation when they want to do their whole just your skin but better look. So I thought that was cool that they expanded it to reach them. I think this is it's $32 or $34 for this. My whole thing is it a full fluid ounce? That's all I want to know. Is it a full fluid ounce? I need to know. Now we got these Chanel quads. Now, a couple of the colors actually look interesting to me, but my whole thing is it's supposed to be inspired by a jewelry company, if I remember correctly. And it's like, I don't know, the colors just aren't speaking to me. And the two colors that are speaking to me are similar in my collection. Like that one right there, that's really similar to the Bejeweled Eyes that Hypnotized from Charlotte Tilbury. So it's not like a necessity to me. It looks nice, but plus I don't really know how the formula of their eyeshadows work. I hear they're hit and miss according to Morgan Turner. This one looks nice too, but again, it just reminds me of the Pat McGrath quad, not quad, the 6-pan that she came out with. What is it called? Bronze Temptation or Bronze Seduction. I always get those two confused. And then this one, y'all know, isn't really my color story at all. So I'm just kind of like, it's there, I'm here, everyone's here. But, you know, it's not giving a whole lot of what I'm excited about or care about. So it's just kind of like, it's there, I'm there, everyone's here. But I'm not crazy about it. I don't think it's out yet. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be their fall collection. And the only one I care about is this one right here and that one. And then this one is just kind of like meh. And this one, like I said, reminds me of Charlotte Tilbury, but, you know, otherwise it's not really a necessity in my life. And since there's so many other eyeshadows I know I'll wear, and this would just sit in the drawer just for me to review some luxury makeup for you all, it's not a necessity to me. If I can get it on a good deal, I'll get it, but Chanel makeup isn't my favorite when it comes to makeup. Now, here are more of the Patrick Ta lipsticks. So I want you all to see, like, the colors actually swatched out in some natural sunlight as opposed to, you know, the doctored photos that they have done by professionals. The only shade I grabbed was Shy, because I have so many lipsticks of the exact same color and so many formats that I already like. I didn't want to grab too many, but I knew I liked his, so I wanted to get the shade Shy. The one that says Shy, that's one I bought. Blushing is the liquid one I want that they don't have yet, but you know, this is what I have to work with until then, so we'll have to see how that goes. But hopefully it gets back to Sephora soon, because I'm tired of waiting. Thank you so much. On to Manny's setting powder. So I'm getting the shade medium to test out with the new Tower 28 and the what is it, the House Labs concealer she's supposed to be coming out with. We haven't seen yet, but yeah, I'm getting both those. It's only $28, which is actually a pretty reasonable price. The shade medium reminds me of the shade I love in Makeup Forever, so I want to see if it's going to be similar in comparison to blurring and all that stuff, since that's what it claims to do. So I'm interested to try it out, and I can't wait to get it. I'm supposed to be ordering it, I think Monday or sometime this week. I'm trying to order it this week to make sure it gets here on time to do that review. But we'll have to see how it goes, because I still haven't ordered yet. I meant to order it when it came out, and then I forgot. And then when I went to go film this video is when I remembered. So I'm like, I definitely going to put it in the cart and make sure I get my hands on it before the week is out, hopefully. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I'm excited for Manny. I'm glad he's dipping into more stuff, and I'm excited to try it out. So what are they doing with this? What is this? Because it looks exactly the same as the other stuff they had. And Angie said all the blushes look the same. So if you're darker than Babs Beauty, you can't wear any of these damn blushes. And then all these quads look the same. Like the one in the front reminds me of, what is it, Iris, Glowing Iris. It's like a muted, smoky version of Glowing Iris. And then the one behind it reminds me of Cold Brew. So it's like, what is the purpose of these? Because they both look the same. I don't see the purpose of this. I want to try the lip glosses. I have a couple of those in my cart. And then I have the other two. I have the two quads in my cart just because I'm like, y'all know me. We going to do 5 brands to dupe themselves. Because did you really just try to pass this off like I'm not supposed to notice these look the same? It looks like a little more grayer version of Cold Brew without the neutralish skin tone shade to match. And then it looks like Glowing Iris without the fun matte purple shade. Like, who approved this? What is going on over there? Y'all used to be fun. What happened? Because even the people you're doing collabs with are saying that all this stuff looks the same. Angie literally did a video talking about how all these look the same. So why am I supposed to be excited about this? I already have all these colors from you before. Why? Just why? I'm going to get it and we're going to try it out just to see, because I do review this brand a lot and I have a lot of stuff from this brand. I do like this brand. It's just more of like, did you think you're pulling wool over our ass with this? And the fact that you keep coming out these blushes that they ain't working for anybody who has any sort of melanin, I'm not really feeling. Now, some of the older ones that they came out with when the first launch of the collection, they do work better for people my skin tone. I didn't buy them just because I'm not crazy about blush. Here we are, Miss Natasha Denona, child. Okay. So, this leaked the day before it came out on Trend Mood. And I sent it in. I was like, girl, what do you think of this palette? Like, are we getting it? What are we thinking? So I'm like, I wasn't going to get it initially just because I was like, it looks more or less the same. Like, it looks like Glam. And then Dion said it looks like Biba. I don't own Biba. She sent me a picture of Biba. It looks like a mix of Biba and Glam. So I was like, what is the purpose of this? Why do I need this? I have Baby Glam. I have Mini Biba. I have Mini Glam. I think I have a Baby Biba. And it gets a little bit of retro because of the pink shade for me personally. So I was like, it's just like retro Biba and Glam's all combined. Now, remember, I do not own Glam. I do not own Biba. So, but then she's talking about these new metallic finishes. It's supposed to be 3 new metallic finishes in the palette. And I'm like, that's what made me end up buying it. Because I wasn't going to buy it, y'all. I was going to wait till the Sephora sale and get it on my birthday. I was not in a rush to get this at all. Because look at all these colors. Tell me Natasha ain't got these colors 50 times over. It looks like the Dream palette and a whole bunch of other stuff she already has. So I wasn't excited and I wasn't really giving a damn. But once I found out there was new finishes in it, that's when I was like, okay, well now I got to get in and try the new finishes and see if I got anything in my, collection already comparable to the new finishes she has to like save us. But y'all know I'm already going to get rid of some of these shades. This is not it. That shade Fair, she got to go. Y'all already got all these other neutrally looking tones that's really similar, and Fair ain't doing it for me. So she got to go. I'm going to try to add some more pinks to this, because I feel like there's not enough pink to go with that sparkly pink. So Fair's going to probably go. And probably one of these other neutral shades is similar to the other one to make the palette more of my liking. But I did order from Sephora. And we'll see how it goes. I like to order from Sephora as opposed to her website. Even though her website gets it to you pretty quick. But I was like, it's here, I'm here, everyone's here. Y'all know the drill. So I was like, we just going to buy it now. Just, we're going to buy it now and ask questions later. So hopefully it'll be here before the end of the week is up and I can get an eye look up before Friday comes. I'm hoping it comes like Tuesday or Wednesday. So I can just sit down, come film my intro, come do my one eye look. Or maybe I'll just do a swatch comparison video first and then do my eye look over the weekend. We'll have to see how that goes. It seems like y'all been liking the swatch videos and the comparisons since people like to come to me for comparisons. So why not? Now into this Patrick Ta. Now, Patrick, honey, we wanted a whole cool tone palette. Not half warm, half cool. That's not what we asked you for. We literally talked about when you were coming out with a new palette how we wanted a cool tone palette. So why did you give us more warms that you already gave us in the first two palettes? I don't understand why. What is the purpose of this? I feel like he was trying to channel his inner Makeup by Mario vibes or whatever, since he has an all matte palette like this. And he already gave us shimmers before. And plus, you got to remember the shimmers in a couple of his palettes had molds. So I don't know if that's why he just did this all matte thing. I mean, I know this was in the works for a while. So, you know, I'm sure that wasn't it. But see, you can see it's half warm tone, half cool tone, like the Makeup by Mario. So I'm feeling like the people who already own the Makeup by Mario aren't going to really be excited about this. But I guess the people who really like his formula are going to be excited about this. I'm personally not excited about this. Like, I'll buy this during the Sephora sale. I'm telling you now, I'm not going to go out and just buy this palette. Because it's not giving, I'm not living, and for $70, you need to be showing me something. And this ain't it. So I'm going to buy this during my birthday during the Sephora sale. But I'm not just buying this now when it first launches. Like, I'm sorry. I can't justify this at all. It's just a whole bunch of warm tones and cool tones. And I don't like the creams enough to justify paying $70 for this. Like, it's going to have to be on sale. I might wait till Black Friday, y'all. It's not giving enough for me. It's just not. For the price, it is not giving enough for me. So she got to go, girl. She got to go. No. I'm wondering how people are going to respond to this, though. Like, because people say they love the shimmers in his palettes, and they say his mattes are nice, too. But it's like, I just don't want an all matte palette like this. But people that do everyday makeup looks might appreciate this and encourage them to use their singles more. So maybe, you know, they'll like it. I don't know. I just know I'm not necessarily crazy about it, so I don't want to really have any parts of it. But, you know, that's just me. Now we're going to get into this Ole Henriksen Acid Flash Facial. I was excited about this when I saw it on Trend Moves page. I was like, ooh, yes. It seems like it's creamier and easier to work with than the original one he came out with, the fat water one, or the fat whatever it's called, in the pump. I actually have that one upstairs. I use it quite often, but I'm definitely more interested in this than that. It just seems like it'll be easier to work with. I like the glowiness of it all. He knows how to market it and make it look all flashy and nice. Sorry. But, you know, I don't know. I like it. I'm excited about it. I want to get it. He usually has pretty good sales on his website. So this would be something I'd buy during like Black Friday because, you know, I'm not out here just trying to buy everything, you know. Like, this to me is more of a Black Friday moment. But you can comment down below and tell me what you think. I think it's like $50 though. So that's a little bit high too. Yeah, it's $50. But the Shani Darton one I have, I think it's like $125. And I'm trying to make that last till my birthday. But since this came out, I might not have to make it last as long because $50 is a whole lot easier to swallow than $125. But I really like her, so during my birthday, I'm going to buy hers again, even if I do buy this one, just because it looks fire and I need it. But I got my whole little Black Friday list on my phone ready and waiting, y'all. It's waiting. Of course, here we come, Jacqueline, what is Hill, Shield, whatever the joke is. Like, here she comes out with this product. Of course, that's why she dropped the video, because this product was coming. So, since she dropped 2 more videos, I'm wondering, like, is it going to be, like, 2 more launches from her other brands, and that's why she dropping all these videos? I don't know. But this glaze, what is this? Skin glaze, I'm trying to figure out what is it supposed to be. I'm just assuming it's supposed to be, like, a glowy highlighter. They don't really give you any information when you, read down here. It just shows you the 5 shades and it tells you it's like a balm that's supposed to help you glow from within. And I'm like, that's not really too much of a description. It doesn't tell me what this product actually is and does. So thank you for this nothingness of a description. I don't plan on buying it. We know I don't plan on buying it. It's just I don't want to know. I don't care how many people say it's nice. I just don't want to know. It's just it's an easy pass, and I'm just looking at it like, okay. Moving on. But, you know, if you want to try it, I guess go ahead and try it out. I think it said it was 30. How much did it say it was? It doesn't say, but it's coming to Ulta soon. Next is this Foreplay Better Than Sex Mascara Primer. I don't plan on buying this. I was like, what took them so long to come out with a mascara primer? It's like Better Than Sex then came out. Y'all done had like 2-3 different mascaras come out since then, and you never thought to come out with a mascara primer. I don't understand. But the reason I don't like Better Than Sex is because it transfers on my eyelids, and I've heard other people say the same thing, and that's why they don't like it. There are more affordable versions of stuff like this to where I don't need this. I did really like the Marc Jacobs one, though. That was my expensive bougie one I like, but I'm not buying this. The Sky High from Maybelline does just fine for me right now. Their black primer mascara, and I like that it's black, so that way it blends in, so it's like if I don't coat every lash, it's okay. Next, we have the Chanel collection. So it comes with a couple of blushes. This is their fall collection, by the way. So it comes with these 2 blushes. I like the purple one, but my whole thing is like, is it hard pressing the pan because they had to press it in the logo like the Dior ones? Because y'all know those was hard as I don't know what when I did that video. So I'm wondering if these are like that. I've never tried their blushes. I'm wondering if that's an overspray too, and how pigmented it's actually gonna be. Then we have these cream eyeshadows. It's 6 cream eyeshadows, and then I think it was like 6 lipsticks, and then 2 nail polishes. So I know my girl Daph's makeup likes to buy a lot of Chanel makeup. I've never really been crazy about Chanel makeup. Like, I tried the foundation, it was okay. The Le Beige bronzer isn't really my cup of tea. I don't know, they just don't do it for me. Like, their stuff looks nice occasionally, but it just doesn't do it for me. So wait, if this is the fall collection, does that mean the eyeshadows we just looked at with the Christmas collection? Because now I'm confused. I don't know. But next, let's get to Mother Honey, because she went all out with her video as usual, showing us all these same 20 shades of pink that we were supposed to be excited about. I'm always excited about the special shimmery shades. I'm never really excited about the palettes anymore, as sad as it is, because it's like, I know it's not going to match this outer packaging. Because if it did, there'd have been more purple in it. It'd have been fun, hot pinks in it. And it wouldn't have been none of these same neutral shades she puts in every palette. So I'm just kind of like, I'm excited about the 4 shades on the end. I review Pat McGrath a lot and support Pat McGrath, so that's why I get it. And eye primer wasn't available when I bought mine, because I bought mine during the pre-order and it still showed up after it launched somehow. I don't get that, but whatever. The eyeshadow primer was not available, like I was saying, so that's why I didn't give y'all a video on it. But, you know, I can't do much about that because, you know, it wasn't out. I can't make it be out, but I had to have it. So next we have Sugar and Spice from Glamonatrix Cosmetics. If you all remember, I told you the story. I had set a reminder on here on Instagram to get the palette in time. It didn't go off. I was filming a video, and then like I ordered it an hour later, so I had to get the pre-order that was shipping out a month from now. So mine shouldn't be here till like the end of this month. So that's why you all haven't got a video yet, because y'all know I love Glamonatrix. So I was gonna have it. I do have it. And sorry, I did buy it, and it'll be showing up to me shortly. So it was $57. Now let's get into this Clarity Cosmetics with its Lost at Sea palette. This is I don't know, it just looks like Odin's Eye. That's what everybody's been talking about. And yeah, it does. It legit gives Odin's Eye vibes. Now, I'm not necessarily purchasing this palette, but that's because it really gives vibes to a whole bunch of palettes I already have. Think about it. You got the warm tone side, then you got the blue, green, and purple side. I already have those type of tones all the time because those are the type of tones I gravitate towards. So I personally am not buying this palette just because there's so many similar shades and stuff I already have. Plus, since it's a newer brand to me, it's $56, and I feel like I have a lot of hit and miss with this brand. I own 3 palettes from them. I own the Mermaid. Sorry, 4 palettes. I own the Mermaid one. I own the Apocalypse one. And then I own the Aloha and the Lily. The Lily one is actually my favorite out of all of them, but I don't know. I just am not excited about grabbing this palette, so I will not be doing so. But I wanted to show you all it just in case you were interested in it, and see what your thoughts were concerning it looking like Odin's Eye. Now onto this e.l.f. palette, because I thought the little palette was cute till I saw like what was going on with the inside, because the packaging is cute. All that's nice, but a lot of this didn't work for anybody my skin tone, so I'm kind of like, there's no purpose of buying this. I mean, I love the cute little palette, but I noticed whenever they make palettes with face products in them, I feel like they rarely work for anybody my skin tone. Like, look at that. It's one shade I can wear in there for sure. The other 2 looking real questionable. So it's like whenever you make these mass product collections, they always exclude people or what? Because I don't feel like that works that well for people my skin tone. Now, eyeshadows look ashy, and then there's only one face product I'm supposed to use in it. And then that palette, I think, was like $14, so it was kind of high in and of itself. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to pass. But I'm definitely getting this this Glow Recipe. It's pomegranate peptide firming serum. Yes, please give it to me. I love their skincare, so I will gladly be grabbing this whenever it comes out. It's in Europe right now. It's not showing when it's going to come here. It's not showing how much it costs. But y'all know I love me a Glow Recipe serum. I love Glow Recipe products. They just do a really good job with their products and their ingredients. And I've liked everything I've tried from the brand. There's literally not a product I've tried from this brand that I do not like. Some of them I don't like as well as others, but I can't say there's a product where I was just like, yeah, that didn't work for me. I don't like it. Like, I have not had anything like that from this brand. So I'm excited about this. I'm making sure I grab it. And that is it. So let's get on to this Haus Labs concealer now. How he gonna let Lady Gaga outdo him when it comes to the shades? She got 30, I think it's 31 shades. And she a singer. But you the makeup artist and got 22 shades. Like, I'm trying to, okay. I understand that she works with Sephora, though, so that might be why, because she has more backing because she's Lady Gaga. I get all that, but my whole thing is, like, you the makeup artist, but you let the celebrity brand come out with the most concealer shades and the most foundation shades. I'm just saying. Anyway, into this concealer. So it's supposed to have a whole bunch of skincare loving ingredients in it as well. I'm going to put Lady Gaga's brand up against Makeup by Mario's brand once this concealer comes out, because I want to put their concealers against each other. The only things that both of them don't have are cream, blushes, and bronzers, and Makeup by Mario doesn't have a powder. So I think if my powder doesn't come in time like it's supposed to do the Tower 28 review, I will use that powder for the Makeup by Mario and Haus Labs battle. So then that way, you know, it would be fair to have just one powder as opposed to using her powder on her side and then Lunar Beauty's on the other side. So everything else they have, though, pretty much. And a foundation and a face powder. Like, they don't have that. So I'll use whatever newest face powder. Probably the Sephora collection one on my face. But I'm interested in this concealer. I already picked out my shade. It's sitting in my love list just waiting to be bought. I love her foundation. So I feel like I'm going to love this concealer. At least I'm hoping I am. So she has fair, light, light, medium, 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 dark, probably deep, and then deep dark or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. The arrow isn't going that much further over, but I am definitely excited about this concealer. Like, when she first came out with her brand, I wasn't really feeling it, but I'm like, now with this, I'm here for it. This rebrand, I'm all for it. So I think we're going to end on this Tower 28 concealer if I remember correctly. So this is the Swipe Serum Concealer, and it retails for $22. Which I think is actually pretty reasonable for a Sephora brand, especially for complexion, since you see all these other people coming out with 32 and 29 and all this, because Makeup by Mario is 29, and I think Lady Gaga's is 32, but I'm really liking the ingredients that are supposed to be coming down in this. It has, like, hyaluronic acid, and it has, like, I think it's supposed to have one that's supposed to have collagen to help underneath your eyes, if I remember correctly. It's not supposed to be drying and clinging. It has 20 shades, which I think is pretty reasonable. Yeah, see, it says it's lightweight and buildable. It's medium to full coverage, which I was shocked about. And then it has the natural, the skin-like natural finish to it. That was the thing that impressed me the most, the medium to full coverage. Because I'm telling y'all, when it says serum concealer, I was like, this ain't about to build up to nothing. But with shades like this, with products like this, I usually just use them to highlight my face if I don't like the way they look underneath my eyes after the first impression. So I got between the shade 12 or 14. Sorry, 12 to 16. I believe I bought shade 12 or 14. Don't quote me that. I don't remember. I did order a little while ago. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. The lysine that produces collagen, that promotes collagen production. And then it's non-pore clogging ingredients. Why that was so difficult to say? Probably because it's like 4 something in the morning, girl. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one too, which I didn't think I was gonna be. And then the Live Tinted Concealer is coming out too at Ulta. I think it came out today, as a matter of fact. So I was thinking about picking that one up too. So I'm gonna have like 4 or 5 concealers to review. Girl, I thought the complexion corners was over, but apparently not, honey, because people still keep launching these concealers. I thought I was gonna be done with complexion, but I will not, apparently. Because I just did my last complexion corner for the things I just recently reviewed. But I still got to do the Fenty one and some other ones. So it's going to be like a long ride. But that's pretty much all we had to talk about today, girl. So make sure you follow me, GLBeauty87 here on Instagram for exclusive content, girl. Because there's stuff that's on here that y'all probably don't even know I did, because you don't follow GLBeauty87 on Instagram like you should. So, for example, I'm going to show you another thing before we leave. So, like I told y'all, I redo palettes. So I redid my Retro Glam, and this is what she looks like now. I think it looks a little bit cooler than it did before. Then I redid my Getting Fresh palette. That's what she looks like now. Then we did the Aura Struck, like I told you. That's what she looks like. You can comment down below and tell me how you think of them. And then I did my Murray posters, because if y'all remember, that was the row of ash I talked about. So I just put some fun shimmers that I thought would match up with a lot of the mattes in there. But stuff like this you see way later on down the road if you don't follow JoeBD7 on Instagram. And then here is... That was the wrong look, sorry. This is the look I did with the retro glam that I remade from Natasha Denona, with all those fun shades that you saw. So as you can see, it comes up with really nice looks, and there's a lot of nice looks that you don't ever see. They don't ever come to my Instagram, to my YouTube channel, unless I have to film that day. But that's why you need to follow JoeBD7 on Instagram. I go in store and swatch stuff sometimes. Like I told y'all, the Natasha Denona, I'm sorry, the Juvia's Place bronzer gonna be on here, and my comparisons to the Fenty foundation is going to be on here. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll see you next month. Be blessed, girl. Bye.